Turri here with you again. Thank you for joining me. I do appreciate it. Today's topic is the questions that people ask me about hearing aids and about the process. The ones they ask me and the ones they should be asking me, if that makes any sense. Because there's a difference. The two most common themes that I hear from people on the street, if you will, or people that come into my office asking me questions is, how come hearing aids cost so much? And how come they don't work? And quite frankly, I understand where that comes from, but it's not a common occurrence in my practice. We've been seeing patients now for almost 3 years at my clinic in Clermont. Slightly less, obviously, for the one in Orlando because it's a little bit newer. Up in Blvd, we've been there for over 3 years. And the return rate that we have is very, very low. And remember, we see all of our patients on a regular basis, every 3 to 4 months, for routine follow-up. That's included in our package. That's included in the pricing for our hearing aids. And I do attribute our low return rate and our high satisfaction rate to that very issue. So when people ask me why hearing aids cost so much, we could do a 20-minute discussion on this, but my general response to that is they shouldn't cost that much. All right? They don't need to be a huge fortune to get the help you need. And when they ask me why they don't work, there's two main reasons. One, you either waited very, very long to get the help that you probably needed years ago, so you've got some atrophy going on, auditory deprivation we call it, or you got the wrong hearing aids. So the questions you should be asking are, quite frankly, what makes you different than every other hearing aid place in town? All right, the answer? I'm a board-certified audiologist. All the providers on my staff are experienced and they have a proven track record of not just being able to help you get hearing aids, but to be able to help you succeed with hearing aids long term. So myself and my team have a proven track record of success with positive outcomes. All right. The other question you should be asking is, what kind of hearing aids do you carry and why do you recommend them for me? Remember, anybody can carry hearing aids that has a license right in the state of Florida. But what you'll find is most of these offices are what we call a single line, or a chain, if you will. If you go to an office like that, they're basically like a mechanic that only has a wrench in their toolbox. All right? You cannot help everybody with one type of hearing aid. All right? There are so many different types of losses. And yes, there's consistency between certain types, but there's not a single hearing aid manufacturer that can make hearing aids for everybody. There's pros and cons of various companies, and I'd like to think that the more tools I have in my toolbox, the better mechanic I'm going to be. So the other question I think you should ask is, what if I'm not happy? All right? What if it's true? What if hearing aids are too expensive and they don't work? Which I don't think that's the case, but what if that's true in your case? What do you say at the end of this process to somebody when they say, Dr. Turri, my hearing aids cost too much and they don't work? Well, I'll tell you what we say. We say, hey, we tried, we gave it our all, and no problem, Mr. Jones. Here's a full refund, because the last thing I want is for your hearing aids that you got from me to be in the drawer. And again, this is a rarity in my clinic. We have a very low return rate. But if for some reason you're not satisfied, for any reason, I don't even care if you tell me, hey, these are the best things, they work, I just don't want to deal with it, that's fine. You gave it a shot, you let me show you what we could do, and at the end of the day, you weren't happy. That's okay. Give them back to us. You're not going to get stuck with hearing aids that you buy from my offices. I don't want that to happen. It shouldn't exist. By law, you got the right to return these things, and it shouldn't cost you a dime to try to improve your hearing. So, let's recap. All right? The take-home message here is hearing aids do work. Hearing aids don't have to cost a lot. And if for some reason you're not happy for any reason, you've got the right, not only the law, right, in the state of Florida to return those hearing aids, but in addition to that, it shouldn't cost you anything. So a lot of times you'll hear about people letting you return your hearing aids, but you get hit for restocking fees or dispensing fees. We don't do any of that in my clinic, okay? If you're not happy for any reason, 100% refund. And my patients really appreciate that. And I think you will too. Please feel free to email me at drturri@fixmyhearing.com or call the number on your screen. Thank you.